Welcome back. I'm excited to see you here for me to talk about yet another fabulous category for you to consider as a way to get your artwork out into the world. And today's topic is about commissions, and you can also think about it as freelancing. I am Anne LaFollette, and I'm a surface pattern designer, an online educator, and a creative entrepreneur. So let's talk about commissions and what I mean by commissions and how you might think about commission work as a way to get your artwork out into the world. In my ebook, I dive into a couple of different examples of students in my community who are doing this. And so don't forget to download it. The URL is members.artwithanne.com/ebook. Pretty easy to remember, but I'll make sure there's a link below the video for you to go check that out. But commission work essentially is that you're creating something very specifically for one person. And let me give you an example. So one of my students, Natalie Rotman-Coate, is currently doing some commission work based on some designs that she published on social media that her friends saw and fell in love with. And so she had been creating for her own personal use some beautiful repeating pattern work that includes either a photograph or an image of her own dogs. She's got several. And people reacted so incredibly positively to this online that she received some requests for commission work. Oh, could you make me a blanket that has a beautiful repeating pattern? And in the repeating pattern, there's a picture of my dog. And I teach you in both my Doodles course, From Doodles to Dollars, and in my 10-week program, my Academy program, the Pattern Design Academy, how to create a repeating pattern. And as part of that process, you also learn how to do illustrations, spot graphics, placement prints, kind of standalone artwork as well, using the power of Adobe Illustrator. So Natalie has come into my universe. She's been doing a fantastic job in creating beautiful work. And one of her passions is dogs and dog art. So as a creative, she now has the ability to really create truly unique one-of-a-kind designs. Tip number one in the commission world is just think about it that way. You're creating a really unique piece of work. The second example I want to share is from my dear friend, Pauline Riley, who lives in the UK. Pauline started to put her designs out into the world as well. And so her friends and family have asked her to do commissioned work for her new nephew, whose name is Noah, and she did a beautiful baby blanket for him. She also did a onesie with an adorable design on the onesie. And it's another way for you to start to have your friends notice what it is that you're now doing and ask you to create something specifically for them. And these are heirlooms. I mean, we still have the baby blanket that my aunt gave us when my son was born 25 years ago. And so doing commission work is an incredible way to create these lifelong or heirlooms or legacy pieces. And so tip number two is, think about the legacy that you are leaving behind and that you are creating for your friends, your family, and eventually for strangers who contact you and want you to do a commission piece for them. Now, tip number three is you can take this a lot further by joining online services like Fiverr.com, where you become a freelance artist. And if that is an avenue that you're interested in, go explore their websites. You can look up freelance services to find a list of the most popular ones. And the thing you should consider around this option of freelancing is I like the commission idea a little bit better because you have more time and more flexibility to negotiate both your fee and how long it's going to take you to make something. And when you join a more competitive environment like a freelancing organization, you're going to be competing for the work that someone wants, and you're going to probably be on a much tighter timeline. However, there's always pros and cons to everything. And so being a freelancer and working within an organization like Fiverr.com allows you to get a lot of practice. You can take on as much work as you want. It gives you a lot of practice about how to deliver to a design brief, and will also get your name out there as someone who is absolutely hireable, reliable, and creates beautiful artwork. based on someone's need and based on someone's art brief or design brief. So I'll leave you with that to consider this. And then, of course, download the ebook so you can read more about both Natalie and Pauline and what they're doing. And I always like to say in closing that I am Anne LaFollette, and it's never too late to create. Bye for now, and I'll see you next week.